guys, what's up? We have a brand new mini-bots to bring a new set of ideas to the game, and it is based on the Six Samurai. It's to be called Blade of the Spirits, and it will be released on the 1st of December 2017. In terms of the ultra rares, these are Great Shogun Shien. This is a Fire Warrior level 7 with 2500 attack and 2400 defense. And its effect is, if you control 2 or more face-up Six Samurai monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Your opponent can only activate one spell or trap card each turn. If this card would be destroyed, you can destroy a face-up Six Samurai monster you control instead. This card is able to bring itself out quickly, as Six Samurai special summon themselves and force your opponent to consider which of their back row they can activate, as they can only use the one per turn. The other ultra rare is Elemental Hero Neos Alias. This is a Light Warrior Gemini level 4 with 1900 attack and 1300 defense, and its effect is, this card is treated as a normal monster while face up on the field or in the graveyard. While this card is a normal monster on the field, you can normal summon it to have it become an effect monster with this effect. This card's name becomes Elemental Hero Neos while it is on the field. This card is able to treat itself as Neos, so it can be used to bring out the fusion monsters. It has a decent attack stat, which can keep itself on the field. The next set of cards are the secret rares. These are Superconducto Tyranno. This is a light dinosaur level 8 with 3300 attack and 1400 defense. And its effect is, once per turn, you contribute one monster, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. This card cannot declare an attack the turn you activate this effect. This card is useful if your opponent has less than 1000 life points, or if they have a lot of back row, to at least force them to take some damage. It is one of the strongest monsters currently in the game, and now overthrows cards such as Blue Eyes White Dragon. The next card is Inishi Shien's Chancellor. This is a Light Warrior level 6 with 2200 attack and 1200 defense. And its effect is, cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from your hand by banishing 2 Six Samurai monsters from your graveyard. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster, destroy that target. This card cannot attack the turn this effect is activated. This can destroy a face-up monster, getting rid of any strong obstacles, and is easy to summon as you can get the Six Samurai to the graveyard quickly. The next card is the Immortal Bushi. This is a Dark Warrior level 3 with 1200 attack and 600 defense, and its effect is, while this card is face up on the field, it cannot be tributed, except for the tribute summon of a warrior type monster. During your standby phase, if this card is in your graveyard, and all the monsters in your graveyard are warrior type, you can special summon this card. You must also control no monsters to activate and to resolve this effect. This card is able to bring itself back to be either used as an additional tribute, or just as a monster to finish off your opponent. The next card is Tiki Curse. This is a continuous trap card that says, special summon this card as an effect monster. It's a rock type, dark, level 4 with 1800 attack and 1000 defense. This card is also still a trap card. While this card is an effect monster, if another trap card that is a monster battles an opponent's monster, after damage calculation, destroy that opponent's monster. This card can enable you to tribute into another monster, or to protect your other trap monsters. The next card is Fire Formation Goku. This is a continuous spell card that says, activate this card by targeting one set spell or trap card your opponent controls. Your opponent cannot activate the targeted card in response to this card's activation. While this card is face up on the field, that set card cannot be activated. All Beast Warrior type monsters you control gain 100 attack. This card can stop one of your opponent's set cards from activating, as well as providing a very small attack boost, but in certain duels that can be enough to provide you the advantage and the victory. The next card is Harpy Dancer. This is a winged beast level 4 with 1200 attack and 1000 defense. And its effect is, you can target one wind monster you control, return it to the hand, then you can normal summon one wind monster. You can only use this effect of Harpy Dancer once per turn. This card's name becomes Harpy Lady while it is on the field or in the graveyard. This card is a substitute for Harpy Lady. The next card is Powerful Rebirth. This is a continuous trap card that says activate this card by targeting one level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target, increase its level by 1, and attack and defense by 100. When that monster is destroyed, destroy this card. This brings back a monster and provides a small stat increase. The next set of cards are the rares. The first card is Cyber Harpy Lady. This is a winged beast level 4 with 1800 attack and 1300 defense, and its effect is, this card's name is always treated as Harpy Lady. This is the strongest version of Harpy Lady, however, since it always acts as Harpy Lady, this means you cannot run more than 3 within the deck, and you have to make decisions between running any of the other Harpy Ladies, the ones that have actual effects, in conjunction with this card now as well. The next card is Blindly Loyal Goblin. This is an Earth Warrior level 4 with 1800 attack and 1500 defense, and its effect is, as long as this card remains face up on the field, control of this card cannot switch. This card cannot be stolen by your opponent, and it has decent stats for a level 4 beta. The next card is Elemental Hero Dark Neos. This is a Dark Warrior Fusion level 7 with 2500 attack and 2000 defense. And it requires an Elemental Hero Neos and a Neospatian Dark Panther. And its effect is, must first be special summoned from your extra deck by shuffling the above cards you control into the deck. You do not use polymerization. If this card is not already targeting a monster with its effect, you can target one face-up effect monster on the field. While you control this face-up card, that target's effect on the field is negated. During the end phase, shuffle this card into the extra deck. This card is able to negate an opponent's monster effect whilst it remains on the field. However, the disadvantage being, unless you have Neospace to negate the shuffle back effect, you are losing quite a lot of your advantage when it gets sent back to the extra deck. The next card is Neospatian Dark Panther. This is a Dark Beast level 3 with 1000 attack and 500 defense, and its effect is, once per turn you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Until the end phase, while you control this face-up card, this card's name and effects become those of that target. This card can use the effects of an opponent's monster, which can be good depending on the situation. The next card is Sabersaurus. This is an Earth Dinosaur level 4 with 1900 attack and 500 defense, and it is a normal monster. It acts as one of the strongest beaters currently in the game. The next card is the Six Samurai Zanji. This is a light warrior level 4 with 1800 attack and 1300 defense, and its effect is, at the end of the damage step, if this card attacked, destroy the monster that this card attacked. You must control a face-up Six Samurai monster with a different name to activate and to resolve this effect. If this card would be destroyed, you can destroy another face-up Six Samurai monster you control instead. This card can get rid of a monster that cannot be destroyed by battle, and it provides itself with some protection by getting rid of one of your other Six Samurais. The next card is the Six Samurai Yaichi. This is a Water Warrior level 3 with 1300 attack and 800 defense, and its effect is, once per turn you can target one set spell or trap card, destroy that target. You must control a face-up 6 samurai monster with a different name to activate and to resolve this effect. This card cannot declare an attack during the turn this effect is activated. If this card would be destroyed, you can destroy another face-up 6 samurai monster you control instead. This card can get rid of a set back row card, removing one of the obstacles in your way. The next card is the 6 Samurai Iroh. This is a Dark Warrior level 4 with 1700 attack and 1200 defense. And its effect is, at the start of the damage step, if this card attacked a face-down defense position monster, destroy that monster. You must control a face-up 6 Samurai monster with a different name to activate and to resolve this effect. If this card would be destroyed, you can destroy another face-up 6 samurai monster you control instead. This card can get rid of a face-down monster. This can stop a flip effect monster before it gets the chance to activate. The next card is Xian's Foot Soldier. This is an Earth Warrior level 2 with 700 attack and 300 defense. And its effect is, when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 3 or lower 6 samurai monster from your deck. This card can search and bring out a 6 samurai you want from your deck. The next card is Xian's Castle of Mist. This is a field spell card that says, when a 6 samurai monster is attacked, the attacking monster loses 500 attack during damage calculation only. This can prevent your opponent from wanting to attack into your 6 samurais, especially if you have an additional face down, which they might not realise being something like an attack increasing card. The next card is Hand of the 6 Samurai. This is a Fire Warrior level 3 with 1600 attack and 1000 defense, and its effect is, if you control another 6 samurai monster, you contribute one 6 samurai monster, then target one monster on the field, destroy that target. This card can get rid of one of your opponent's monsters, and in a number of cases, for myself personally, using this deck, this has often come to be the case where you're getting rid of maybe one of your opponent's more difficult monsters, or when facing someone like, at the moment there's also the event to do with Slifer the Sky Dragon, and he uses a card known as Nightmare Steel Cage. Whilst you cannot get rid of that necessarily with this card, you can get rid of any of the monsters he's trying to summon to his field to sacrifice to bring out Slifer the Sky Dragon. So in essence, you can stop his strategy with this effect as well. The next card is Fire King Avatar Barong. This is a Fire Beast Warrior level 4 with 1800 attack and 200 defense. And its effect is, if a face-up Fire King monster you control is destroyed by a card effect, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. During the next standby phase, after this card was destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, add one Fire King card from your deck to your hand, except Fire King Avatar Barong. This card can search out for your Fire King monsters and has a decent attack stat. The next card is Hazy Flame Periton. This is a Fire Pyro level 6 with 1600 attack and 1700 defense. And its effect is, cannot be special summoned except by a Hazy Flame monster's effect. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. You can send one fire monster from your hand to the graveyard and tribute this card, special summon 2 Hazy Flame monsters from your deck. You can only use this effect of Hazy Flame Periton once per turn. This card can protect itself from card effects and can replace itself with 2 Hazy Flame monsters. The next card is Elemental Hero Neos Knight. This is a Light Warrior Fusion level 7 with 2500 attack and 1000 defense, and it requires an Elemental Hero Neos and a Warrior type monster. And its effect is, this card cannot be special summoned except by Fusion Summon. This card gains attack equal to half the attack of the Warrior type Fusion material monster used to Fusion Summon this card, other than Elemental Hero Neos. This card can attack twice during each battle phase. If this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent takes no battle damage. This card can become well over 3000 attack, and it can attack twice per turn, with the only downside being not causing any battle damage, but it acts more so as a field clearer. The last set of cards are the commons. These are the 6 Samurai Yariza. This is an Earth Warrior level 3 with 1000 attack and 500 defense, and its effect is, while you control a face-up 6 Samurai monster with a different name, this card can attack your opponent directly. If this card would be destroyed, you can destroy another face-up 6 Samurai monster you control instead. This card can attack directly, which can often be the case where it either finishes off your opponent or it leaves them with few life points with stab. The next card is the 6 Samurai Nisashi. This is a Wind Warrior level 4 with 1400 attack and 700 defense, and its effect is, while you control a face-up 6 Samurai monster with a different name, this card can attack twice during each battle phase. If this card would be destroyed, you can destroy another face-up 6 Samurai monster you control instead. This card can attack twice, which can act as either a field clearer or to finish off your opponent. When using this card myself, I have seen cases where by using it, I have been able to finish off my opponent on my second turn, so maybe turn 3 in total, round 3 in total. The next card is Legendary Ebon Steed. This is an equipped spell card that says equip only to a 6 Samurai monster. It gains 200 attack and defense. If it would be destroyed, destroy this card instead. This card can increase a 6 Samurai stat whilst protecting that monster. I have used it in a couple of cases where either of these situations happen where either I have a Zanji on the field, I equip it with this, and I have another monster already on the field, that's a 6 Samurai. I attack into a stronger monster, it protects Zanji, and Zanji is able to use its effect because it becomes face up. It gets instantly, the stronger monster ends up getting instantly destroyed, or in other situations where I might have a weaker monster like Yariza on the field, need this to equip it so that next turn I can summon into another monster who can use its effect to get rid of whichever card is causing me the problem. The next card is Swift Strike Armor. This is a continuous trap card that says, during your standby phase, each time you draw a 6 Samurai monster card, you can reveal it, special summon it. This card can increase your field presence, adding to your advantage. The next card is Heroes Rule 2. This is a counter trap that says, negate the activation of a spell, trap, or effect monster's effect that targets a card in the graveyard and destroy it. This card can protect your graveyard, however, it has a very specific effect, which you won't get off easily. The next card is Hero Mask. This is a normal spell card that says, target one face-up monster you control, send one elemental hero monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, that target's name becomes the sent monster's name until the end phase. This card is needed within the hero deck, as you can change the name of a monster. This makes it easier to get into the required fusion monsters. The next card is Legacy of a Hero. This is a normal spell card that says, return 2 fusion monsters from your graveyard to the extra deck. That lists a hero monster as material, draw 3 cards. You can only activate 1 Legacy of a Hero per turn. This card can be difficult to use, as you will need at least 2 fusions in the graveyard, of which you can have a maximum of 5 in your extra deck, which within shorter duels will not see much, if any, play. The next card is 6 Strike Triple Impact. This is a normal spell card that says, if you control 3 or more face-up 6 Samurai monsters, you can activate one of these effects. Destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls, destroy all face-up spell or trap cards your opponent controls, or destroy all set spell or trap cards your opponent controls. This requires your entire field to have 6 Samurai, as you are limited to 3 monster zones. This can get rid of whichever obstacle you believe is most in your way, whether that is a monster or potential backroad. The next card is Xian's Scheme. This is a normal trap card that says, if a 6 samurai monster you control is destroyed by battle, special summon up to 2 6 samurai monsters from your hand. This card can bring out a more 6 samurais, so long as you have a decent looking hand. The next card is Copy Knight. This is a continuous trap card that says, when a level 4 or lower warrior type monster is normal summoned to your side of the field, special summon this card as a normal monster with the same name and level as the normal summoned monster. Warrior type, light, attack 0 and defense 0. This card is also still a trap card. This card provides an advantage to your field with an exact level of the warrior you just summoned. This can be used for a tribute summon. The next card is 3 of a Kind. This is a normal trap card that says, if you control 3 or more monsters with the same name, except tokens, target 3 cards your opponent controls, destroy those targets. This card can get rid of 3 cards, however, at this moment it will only work with certain decks, such as Harpy Ladies, as you can get a number of them to be treated as Harpy Lady whilst on the field. The next card is Hazy Flame Cerberus. This is a fire beast level 6 with 2000 attack and 200 defense, and its effect is you can normal summon this card without tributing, but its original attack becomes 1000. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 hazy card from your deck to your hand. This card can search out for a hazy monster from the deck to the hand. The next card is Hazy Glory. This is a continuous trap card that says you can normal summon Hazy Flame monsters for 1 less tribute. You can send this face-up card from the field to the graveyard to target 1 hazy card in your graveyard except Hazy Flame. Add that target to your hand. This card can make the Hazy Flame monsters summon themselves without tributing, as they are level 6 and can recover a hazy monster from the graveyard to the hand. The next card is Hazy Flame Manticore. This is a fire winged beast level 6 with 2200 attack and 300 defense, and its effect is your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can send 1 fire monster except this card from your hand or face up from your side of the field to the graveyard. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects this turn. This card protects itself from card effects. The last card is Temple of the Mind's Eye. This is a field spell that says any battle damage a player takes becomes 1000. This is useful for causing guaranteed damage. So this is your full list of cards. What do you think of them? Which is your favourite and which do you believe will not matter? Leave your comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and as always, thank you for taking the time to watch this video.
And